People who don't grow are either short-sighted or blind. They cannot see that the world is moving in a fast pace.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end,
If all you're bringing to the table is your first class degree or your 2-1 degree, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. You might not be a high flyer. You might be in for a road shock. And in my last video, I talked about how a lot of people get disappointed because they worked so hard to get a first class. And after everything, they realize that employment market, the employment market is not really is taking them for granted, or that it's a different ball game entirely. The world is moving at a pace that is so fast, and we've never had a moment, a period where it's so easy to make money and it's so easy to lose it. Like you can make money today, and then tomorrow you realize that you're struggling to stay afloat. You're struggling to at least sustain what you have worked for, what you've struggled for. And this is why knowledge is something that must be updated. Knowledge is not something you acquire and relax, because knowledge always has depreciating value. Have you ever heard about that? Okay, I'm telling you today that knowledge depreciates. It depreciates because there is always going to be something new that you must be able to bring to the table. And so that's what we're going to be talking about basically in this video. If you ever want to self educate or become a better person, it begins with your daily habits. You know, the difference between a formal setting and you going into business is just the practicality. People keep talking about consistency, consistency. If I were to describe consistency on pen and paper, it's about I could define it using three definitions of three scholars and it could get me an A. But if I were in the field, my definition means nothing if I cannot practicalize what I know. My definition means nothing if I'm not disciplined. My definition means nothing if I keep waiting to be motivated, because I have studied the lives of these people. And when I try to replicate what they do, I realize firsthand that it's not funny. Many times we just want to be motivated. You can be motivated to do something and you're just hey, hey, hey. But when you realize that things are not getting in place, you can easily become laid back. It's not, you cannot rely on motivation. You see that there's a difference between motivation and staying disciplined. Staying disciplined means that you're showing up whether you feel like it, whether you don't feel like it, you have to show up. Because it's in your to-do list, you have to do it. That's what discipline is. You don't just decide to create a content because you're feeling motivated to do this. In fact, today I was feeling so sleepy, but it was in my to-do list to do this content. And I knew that if I missed it today, it would be another week. So I just had to get up to do it. So that is what it means to be more. That's what it means to be disciplined. You're not going to learn it in any course. I've not heard of a course called Discipline 101 taught in any institution. It's an offshoot of your daily habits. What is that thing you've decided on your own to do daily? It becomes who you are. It becomes who you are. For those people who are high flyers academically, that's the only thing that stands them apart, because it takes a lot of discipline to study so hard to make a first class. It takes a lot of discipline to study so hard to make a 2-1. So it's not like it's a bad thing, but the truth is, the only thing you'll be bringing on board is the knowledge you have in school and your discipline. If the knowledge you have is also known by a million people, it doesn't set you apart in any way. But your discipline, nobody can take it away from you. But if you're disciplined and you cannot provide a solution, it makes no meaning, because the world is filled with problems. People are always looking for something. We have parents who are looking for ways to become better parents. We have people who want to start a business but they need coaches. We have people who are already in the business but they still need people who can hold them by the hand. We have people who are looking for skills. I work as a freelance writer, and whenever I see different gigs, the only thing that comes to mind is how can I help this person? Because when I'm writing it, the mistake I used to make whenever I want to present a pitch, I used to emphasize on my degree and years of experience. But later I realized that these people were not even interested. They are not interested in my years of experience, and neither are they interested in how many skills I have. They are interested in, okay, I know you have these skills, but can you solve my problem? Can you write in a way that we attract so many people to my website and add more money into my pocket? Do you have that skill? Can you solve my problem? You know, I was disappointed when I first graduated from school because I was so disciplined. I made a 2-1. I was so disciplined. I had a timetable for everything I wanted to do. And then when I entered into the labor market, I was surprised that I was scrambling for one job with a million other people, for with millions of other people. And then I decided to delve into freelance writing. And it was so shocking that nobody has ever asked me what I studied. No recruiter has ever asked me how long I've been writing. Nobody has ever been interested in. Let me shock you. I studied English and I studied things like syntax, semantics, and I remember borrowing courses to study great men like Aristotle, Plato, and a host Socrates and a host of any of them. In all my years of for writing job applications, I have never had the need to talk about this man. In fact, I cannot even remember what Socrates did. It's so sad. I'm going to share one thing that I did that has really helped me. And that thing is none other than reading. The reason why a lot of people are not interested in reading anything is because they believe they read so many books in the 4 years they studied a course, or 5 or 6 or 7 years, and they are wondering, if I studied for this long and I could not translate the books to cash, what makes you think that one more book is what I need? So because of this disappointment, they shut their minds about anything learning. And let me tell you something. Learning is supposed to be progressive. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be a daily habit. It's supposed to be a daily habit because every time you're reading a book, you're getting educated. Remember what they say about readers. They say readers are leaders, and it's no joke. It's no joke. Every time you read a book, take it that you're taking a course that will put you to your next level. I read about Elon Musk and I realized that this man has read so many books, and I'm not surprised. I really am not surprised. There's no way you can expose yourself to reading great books that you will not become a great person. Behind every great man you see walking on earth is a huge library in his basement or in his mansion. Nobody's going to tell you this, but I will tell you this for free. Behind every great man you see is a huge library where he has gained knowledge and the skills that he's bringing to board. You cannot decide to go into something and not go through available resources that you need. If you're going to be selling, if you're going to be into buying and selling, offering services, you need to read books to improve your knowledge. Staying away from reading books is likable to pride because you think you already know everything. If you decide to be a novice, indirectly or unconsciously, you're attracting more and more valuable knowledge to yourself. So, yeah, one way to stay ahead, stay afloat is to remain a novice. Brian Tracy said something very striking in his book. He said, you must continuously replace old knowledge with new knowledge. Because if your skills and knowledge are obsolete, it's going to affect your earning power. Your current earning power is just an offshoot of your knowledge, it's just an offshoot of what you know. So you see that to maintain what you have, or to maintain the lifestyle you have been able to bring yourself up to, you need to continuously learn, you need to continuously get educated, you need to continuously train yourself to know what is needed, to know what is valuable in your time, in this time and age. If you want to increase your standard of living, you must increase your earning power through a systematic and a deliberate process of learning new skills and gaining new knowledge and gaining new insights into what is valuable for you in this time and age. I love what the word says regarding this. Somewhere in the scripture that was talking about growth, somewhere in Second Peter, I'm going to put it somewhere here. It says, "To your faith add integrity, and to integrity add more. I think morality, and to your morality add knowledge, add self-control, add this, add that." What is it trying to say? That one thing you know is never enough. It's never going to be enough. Keep adding what you already have, because the whole idea is for you to grow. People who don't grow are either short sighted or blind. They cannot see that the world is moving in a fast pace. So, my darlings, education is not a scam. And education is not something that happens within the four walls of a university. Education also includes personal development. And personal development is one of the most vital aspects for becoming relevant in 2024 and beyond. Thank you for watching me. If it makes sense to you, I want you to share this video, like, or drop a comment in the comment section. I would love to read and know what you think about it. See you in my next video. Thank you.